Hello, everyone. Before we start today's amazing episode of the Have a Word podcast, I've just announced some dates, some Dan Nightingale and Friends shows that are going to run from the summer right through to October. Not loads of shows. It's me working through my new stuff, all my current stuff in development for next year's tour. There's only a handful of these dates, cheaper tickets with some of my mates who you know, comedians that you've seen on the couch. So I want to push these now. They'll go pretty quickly. Patreons always get first refusal. So I'm in Liverpool on Sunday, the 22nd of June. So that's in a couple of weeks with Carl Donnelly. I'm doing an extended set. Carl's doing an extended set. If you've not seen Carl Donnelly live, you want to buy a ticket for this. It's a tenner. It's at Teddy's, bang in the middle of Liverpool. And then in July, I'm in Kate Fitzgerald's in Stourbridge on Thursday, the 10th of July with Mike Rice. Same format of show. And then in August, Ishan's coming up for a week while Laura and the kids are on holiday. And I've put on a run of shows. Tuesday, the 26th of August, I'm in Manchester at Creatures with Ishan and Scott Bennett. Wednesday, the 27th, it's me, Ishan and Rob Mulholland. On Thursday, the 28th of August, I'm in Liverpool at Hot Water with Ishan and Simon Wozniak. And Friday, the 29th of August, I'm in Leeds at the Wardrobe, again with Ishan and the brilliant Connor Burns. And then finally, the first weekend of October, I'm in Shrewsbury with Ishan and Mark Nelson doing a stand-up show. These are all fairly cheap tickets, brilliant shows, some of my favourite stand-up. I hope you can make it, especially to the Liverpool one and the Stourbridge one this month and next month, because they'll go quickly. DanNightingale.com for tickets. Appreciate you. Thanks for letting me push this. Belter of an episode. Enjoy.
Welcome to this week's Patreon exclusive. Carl's Stag Do starts tonight, so we're starting it this afternoon, buddy. Oh, yes. Is he already married? Kind of.
Not legally.
Do you normally have a stag do before the wedding? Yes. Does that matter when your schedules are as busy as everyone in this room? No, it doesn't. Here we go.
Muzzle tov.
Also, I'm not legally married. I was one of the first grooms to ever have a wedding ring on as stag do, but you know, why not?
One of the first ever.
Wacky.
Fucking maverick, lad.
Wacky.
I still think there might be another surprise wedding yet, so we never know. I'm not 100% we know all the weddings that
I
are coming
have
up.
not financially recovered from the first one, and the second one is in 15 days, so I don't think about
The second one's cheaper.
Impossible to not be cheaper, but still not cheap.
Do you know your photographer was nearly as much, what you paid the photographer is nearly as much as my whole wedding cost.
Yeah,
But that's inflation, Dan.
But that's
that was like,
1982 for you.
she was good though. There's some good pictures.
Did you just say that's inflation?
yeah.
No, it's fucking in-flight magazines, mate. That's what it is. A private jet.
I got a private jet for just for the photographer. We didn't get it. We flew coach.
She was. I'm not saying she wasn't great. I'm just saying, you know, she's not a patron, mate.
It wasn't cheap.
Just chill out. It's fine. She's fine. She was great. Good mental.
You don't know anything that's happening yet.
I only knew last night that I was staying in a hotel tonight.
Yeah, well, well, for those who don't know, we're doing it in Liverpool.
I know where we're getting scran.
By the way,
You do know where we're getting scrammed.
Can I just say the Liverpool thing? Very nicely done, everyone.
He didn't want it, did you? He didn't want this. He wanted abroad.
Yeah, I know, but you've already done abroad. You can't drag everyone
totally.
everywhere for
And
everything.
he was very fair with that. He was like, do you know what? Don't care that it's my stag. It's more reasonable for everyone if we just do it in Liverpool, so we'll just do it in Liverpool. So we're just doing it in Liverpool. And it's going to be great. Tonight, Casa d'Italia, few booners.
Oh, it's Casa d'Italia. Yeah, no.
Yeah, few booners.
We'll bring
yeah.
it up, by the way.
Loads. It's fine.
I walked into the building before,
Yeah.
and Steve was on a Zoom with Will, and he went, "What time are we getting Casa d'Italia?" And I went, "Oh, well, now I know."
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. It's good food.
I was always going to tell you now.
Yeah,
Like,
great.
it's one of the few places that will accommodate a decent-sized group. They're always dead sound. Good beer, good vino.
Go for pickies.
Yeah.
That's what we're calling our pickies.
Make sure you pronounce that right.
It is.
A bunch of pickies.
I like being served by old Italian men as well.
Yeah,
I like
well, that's
it.
good for that.
It's going to be class. I know how much you like it. I didn't want to do Bacardi because I knew you'd do it all the time.
We
You
having
don't
a
really
couple
do.
of beers tonight as well.
Huh?
A couple of beers tonight as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight you can drink as much as you want. But tomorrow, you're going to be drunk. You're going to be the most drunk you've been in years, and it's not your decision. Okay. You've got to let us put you in the wall.
Okay.
So, we're going for a nice little breakfast. Yeah?
Why did I not believe that?
No, we are.
Right.
No, but genuinely.
And we're not doing banter where we miss out. Fucking breakfast.
Okay.
It's a petrol station
Have
in Iton.
have we got breakfast planned?
We've got breakfast planned. It's a walk-in place. It's Dale Street Kitchen. It's a
nice,
Dale
okay.
Street Kitchen.
Yeah.
Everyone knows when to meet there. So there's always a small queue. We'll all get in.
Went there with Ishan, didn't we? It was
Totally.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Dead nice.
Right? Really, really good. So we're
Look at
going
it.
there.
He's like, look how happy he is.
Great. I've already
go.
started. I'm on the stag do, guys.
And then,
Strippers.
right? Straight to the strippers.
Fine.
11:15 a.m.
Not the best.
Let's go and get
lineup.
that C-team pussy in our face.
Yeah,
you
you're
know
not
what I mean?
Finish your poached eggs, then go and see some poached eggs.
Yeah. I don't think you're getting the best ones.
Well, I wanted you to have a shit start to the day. You know? So we are then going on a pub crawl of the worst pubs we can find.
That's sick.
The better it looks, the more likely I am to veto it and say we're not going in.
Cooper's Blob Shop.
All out Matthew Street first. And with that in mind, would you like to know what you're wearing? Because here's the thing. Initially, when you started this, you were like, oh, I don't like these wool stag do's where people get put in a million different things. And then you'd come round to it, you're like, do you know what? If you got all t-shirts with my head on and we all look like knobheads and it is what it is, then fine.
It isn't that
like,
though,
it
is
is
it?
what it is.
Yeah, but it isn't
and
that,
then
is
I
it?
was like, oh, maybe I'll put you in a Torres Liverpool top and you were like,
Because they're
what?
expensive. I could have resold it.
Absolutely, totally. And I thought, what would do Carl's head in?
I know, because I've said this like a knobhead on the podcast.
No, I don't know whether you've said this.
Go on.
We're dressing you
So-
like me.
What? No. What would you? What do you think? What do you think it is?
So if I was to dress you,
If you were trying to do my head in,
yeah, I'd dress you just a bit bad.
You two know each other so fucking well.
so what I wanted from your
Because I'd want someone to look at me and go, that's his clothes.
Mate, simpatico here.
I'm not applauding.
so do you want to have a look at your phone? Because I've just sent you your outfit.
Member berries.
Obviously,
Member?
we'll put this on the screen
Yeah. Where have you sent it?
on a text.
And sadly, Paul Ince had signed for someone else by then. Oh, yeah.
So that is a really smart top.
What size jeans are they?
They're 36-inch waist and 34-inch length, which is 2 inches too big in every direction.
Is he allowed the belt? Is there a belt involved? Or?
Oh, there's a bejeweled brown belt to go with the black on his shirt.
Oh, yeah. I already own this one.
what
What are those shoes, Adam?
What was
They
the
are-
inspiration of them?
Hang on. What,
Before we get there, they are loose fit, boot cut, ripped jeans. And then a lovely pair of light grey loafers, which I imagine as the day goes on will not be light grey anymore.
Lovely.
You are encouraged at all times to keep your top tucked in so that the jewels on your belt are showing, because otherwise it kind of ruins the outfit.
Where's the shirt from?
It's all from River Island.
Do you know, honestly,
Great outfits,
that
right?
is... That is a very
are you
new look
saying here?
collection. River Island, that is the worst you can get. It's like time travel River Island. River Island do some nice clobber. He's rummaged for that shit.
Sail rail stuff.
So
mate.
what was the
Didn't
inspiration,
want
Adam?
black jeans.
The inspiration for this was a famous photograph of the early 2000s Man United squad night
Oh,
out.
yeah, like Rooney and
The Alan Smith. You're getting dressed like Alan Smith. And to make everything worse, everyone else has been encouraged to dress however they like. So it will look like you've just chosen that outfit. But we're going to Matthew Street. So everyone will just be like, oh, there's another lad.
It's a whole new bit of Liverpool, a whole new world. All the pubs I've never drunk in, for a good reason.
I'm so proud of myself. When I found it all.
I'm not surprised because it's exactly what he'd have done to you.
By the way, one day he's going to return serve, innit?
Brother, I'm gonna ace the serve, the man fucking returning.
Can't be that far away.
Matthew Street, yeah. So we'll be on Matthew Street, I reckon, from
That's
about
the
half.
worst thing.
What?
That's the worst thing.
Of course it is. That's
mean,
the only bad thing,
You
though.
could stab me.
No.
And do you know what? I could take the clothes off if you stabbed me.
Yeah, but you'd have a stab wound, wouldn't you? Yeah. Matthew Street, you know, the top end of town.
I look belter there.
You're going to look class, mate.
I look good there.
You're going to look like a bit of a knobhead in pins, though. So from 4 till 6, we're going to play games and bowling, because I thought after all that, I'm wearing that. you'd want to. You love a bit of bowling, don't you? You love a little fucking watch me eat shit. Look at this.
Yeah.
Bit of fucking this. Bit of fucking.
Lucky you can still do it.
And then.
My outfit's worsening.
I only got that when you said that. Tomorrow is also the Champions League final,
Oh shit, yeah.
right?
And we're going.
And we're going
Straight from.
to watch it.
Yeah.
Where have we got, by the way?
So we've got the upstairs of the Monroe pub to ourselves for the Champions League final. But on top of that, everyone who's coming to that part of the day, because there's a couple of people who are coming early and later, everyone who's coming is bringing 50 quid cash and it's going into a kitty. Everyone's then going to be given casino chips. Ooh. And I'm running a sports book. So I'm going to be Bet365 for the night. At the end of the night, you will be paid back out of the kitty based on how much you've accumulated in casino chips.
I like that.
Basically, it's a way for us to all gamble and win each other's money instead of giving it to Mr. Billy Hill.
Nice.
So you're running the book during the game?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, okay.
I'll also be probably half cut by then. So,
Great.
yeah. And then,
I love this bit.
Jeans.
and then
I want to see his face.
the game will finish about 10.
Tits.
And from 10:30
Tits.
until 1:30 a.m.,
Tits.
you have got a big birthday girls VIP booth in Pop World.
And not bad.
Well, we'll find out. They know it's for you.
All right, Kate, that's good.
So-
Not actually barred.
Yeah.
They said that was bad.
Didn't you just tweet something?
I tweeted them anger.
Right. When was that?
Just coming out of lockdown.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
So I had to do a pre-order
Oh, sick.
of all the bevies.
Like your fin was gutted. These are your kind of bevies, aren't they?
So you get a bottle of spirit and mixer,
Nice.
Archers and Diet Coke.
Yeah, that's what I would have ordered. Cheers.
You get a tower of Prosecco, one each.
Woo. One tower each.
You get 4 Partini cocktails.
Nice. In the big cups.
There is some.
Yeah.
There's a rough hen do from Rotherham are going to do really well out of this stag do when they're like, "You're not drinking this."
And then because I had to hit a minimum spend, so I've got us 36 Smirnoff Ice and 36 Blue Wickets.
There we go.
There we go. I'm on board.
I think we can do some turbo shandies with them Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah.
And there you go.
I just hope something doesn't happen to me jeans or shoes. I mean, I won't do anything. If others are paid.
If you are not wearing that full outfit
You're not coming Pop World.
at the end of the night, or whenever you choose to call it a day, everyone who's still there is going to beat you up on camera.
Right.
Okay. Can you beat me up at the start of the day?
You're wearing the outfit.
I know I am.
You're wearing it. It cost me good money. That.
I think we're
What
gonna
are you
need a-
saying?
I think just keep it on.
Finn's jealous of your shit.
Yeah, I want the
Are you going to
outfit.
iron it?
It's the shoes.
Are you going to
man.
iron it? Does that make it worse if you've
The
ironed it?
shoes are the most subtle touch in the
that's so bad.
world, mate.
Like a toasty loaf on me each.
Genuinely, are you going to try and smarten it up, or are you just like, are you going to wear it out of the
Smarten
bag?
that up.
I'm
Put some
I'm
gel in
intrigued.
your hair.
Oh,
Get a
can
wet
you,
look.
oh
Get
my
a
god!
wet look VO5.
Oh, can you do a centre parting?
Touching my head.
Oh, can you do a centre parting like
I
proper
think he's going to wear that
early
and then
noise?
fuck with the only thing he's got left.
I'm wearing a mask. Can I have the El Horno mask?
I've left it in the car.
You're going to look really smart.
I am. Oh, God.
Excited about Pop World?
Yeah, that'll be unbelievable, but I'm dressed like a cunt. Oh, well, do you know what? I'm going to have to get drunk to forget about me looking like someone going to the fucking christening.
Every time you have 20 shots, you can replace one item of clothing.
What a deal!
There you go.
Every time you lose a
Any
liver,
shot?
you can change your jeans.
I have to. Okay.
We can be apples hours.
Sure.
20.
Mate, I can do 20. And I get to pick the item.
No. So we'll start with socks.
No.
One
my
sock.
socks?
So it'll be one sock for 20, the other sock for another
You mean
20.
I'm wearing my socks?
Cool. Well, that's up to you, innit?
I'll knock 40 over for new jeans and I can make that shirt work, maybe, with a couple of rolls, you know what I mean?
This is the thing. That's why I got that shirt, because you could make that shirt work, but you cannot make it work with a brown belt, a light wash denim ripped, loose fit boot cut jean,
and
a grey loafer. What?
And having it tucked in.
Oh,
What size is the shirt?
extra large.
Nice.
That's better.
It's not.
It is.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because you can make things work with big.
You're going to look like you've shrunk in the wash in your clothes haven't.
Oh, God.
Look like you're doing painting with your mum.
You're like, love, yeah, these aren't my clothes. It's going to be my catchphrase of the day.
It's going to look like you've killed someone.
Yeah.
Hello, love, these aren't my clothes. Like you're threatening to take it.
Well, I'm a good sport and I'll do it all.
I'm so glad I was already married when I met you, cunt. Fucking great.
Did anyone do anything like this to you? Oh no, you were in a fucking house, weren't you? Fingering your mates?
Yeah, fingering my mates. Yeah, we just rented a house. We didn't have to do the fancy dress. It's a bit pointless when you're
In a house.
in your house. Yeah. Look at me. I feel all right, cunt, in front of my mates.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh, it's Saturday, chummy.
What's up?
It's busy, isn't it? It's going to
Yeah.
be a busy weekend. So, like, no one's going to be out.
No, it's height of wedding season as well.
What you mean Saturday in Liverpool in the middle of the summer? Yeah, it's
And bank holiday.
Luckily for you, though, that's
Is
when
it?
all the people
Is it
come
bank
from
holiday?
Wigan, so you'll blend
it's
in.
not.
Oh, I'll just make loads of new Wigan mates. I look like the secret millionaire. Because they don't dress very well.
who's out? We got Ishan coming today.
Will
Hutchby?
We've got Will Hutchby.
Have we got any other comedians?
So Brennan and Freddie are coming at different points tomorrow.
All right,
So Freddie's
nice.
coming for the day, Brennan's coming for Pop World onwards.
I mean, when I asked you to ask comics, I was fully aware that was difficult with it being short notice and a weekend.
There's a few people who can't do everything, or can't do all of it, or can't do whatever. And
As long as my main boys are here, which is this room.
Finn's not coming tonight though. He's singing in real.
Starting, but close.
You're not coming tonight.
No, I couldn't put
Paul Smith's genuinely gutted that he's not here. You could tell he was gutted as soon as he saw that outfit. He
singing in
really
real.
wanted to be there.
He's
Actually singing in
real, yeah.
Prestatyn. Finn and Paul are working together.
I was praying it wouldn't be jeans, man.
Oh, it's Jean's. It's perfect.
Happy are you?
Oh, I'm so happy.
He's so happy with
36-inch
it.
waist.
I was
as well.
literally like the fella at the till yesterday when he was serving me with it, because I got it all yesterday. As he was serving me with it, he was like, "What are you laughing at?" Because I was just giggling to myself.
Would this be better if we were in Valencia and you were dressed like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's worse that it's
I
like a
don't know,
home
because someone will
fixture.
see me and go, "Dad, Carl doesn't dress like that. Must be on a stag." And I would have wrote on the back, "I'm on a stag do, and I'm the stag in permanent marker," so everyone will know.
Right, keep them away from Sharpies.
No, it'll be fun, won't it? I'll just get drunk if I don't care, and I'll look cool in my head.
Mate, I've been pushing for Matthew Street for ages.
Have you ever been out on Matthew Street?
No, you won't let me.
Oh, brother, you're going to have a night.
The closest we've been
You're
is
not, because you're
shenanigans.
only there till 4 o'clock.
You're going to have a day.
Yeah, there's loads of women out drinking early.
sex.
For sex. It's a fucking game round here.
That's where we fucking cut our teeth. In one gaff. I know Reminisce is still there, isn't it?
We've got to go to Reminisce.
Yeah. Reminisce has got a bar. I mean, they did 15 years ago, whatever, where it's a shot bar. You can only buy shots. And it was $5 for 5 apple sours.
What?
It's
Like some pubs have like a bottle bar. They have a shot bar.
Oh, hi, right, okay. I thought the whole of Reminisce was just shots in the afternoon.
No, so it's
Right.
to the side.
Yeah.
And it used to be £5 for 5 apple sours.
Okay, yeah.
It's just good shit in it when you're a student.
Right. And that was like, what was the big student night in...
Every night. Adam wasn't a student. He was my +1.
who's student adjacent
It was every night.
next to you?
Now it isn't. Genuinely, you could go out on any night of the week and have a Saturday night level night out. But now it's only rarely Friday and Saturday.
What, the students don't even have one night where
Wednesday.
Wednesday's the student night.
But I mean,
Right.
back it was every night of the week.
Back when we were that age, like the Wednesday was the biggest night.
Yeah,
Because
like
there was a club like
Medication.
called Medication,
Yeah.
which everyone went to and then went into town once that finished around midnight or something.
Yeah.
But
What day's the Raz?
Mondays.
Monday.
There is definitely still students going out, though. Because do you
Yeah.
remember across from Pogues?
Yeah, the Raz.
There's a
that's the
is that
Raz.
the Raz?
Yeah.
There was a queue with 400 students there
What I'm
one
saying,
week night.
when we went out, you could go out every night of the week and go
Right.
have a class night. Now it's like, it's a bit quiet. isn't it?
Newcastle was a Monday night. That was the massive student night that it felt like everyone was out in town for. And on the weekend, you were in the unions. Monday was massive, but you could still go out Tuesday, Wednesday. Like That was the one though. Oh, it's fucking class.
I loved going out. It was unbelievable. It never got
When all the
boring.
nightclubs competed for the student trade, and there was so many big nightclubs in Newcastle, they were dying to have you in. It was fucking
We'd go
great.
out to the same places, drink the same drinks, and listen to the same music, and it would be unbelievable every time.
And I know I'm doing old Papa Dan, but you could do it for 15 quid. Easy.
Yeah,
we could.
Yeah.
It was because they wanted
because
you
places are selling 5 shots for a £5. You need a couple of drinks. You're on the way there, aren't you?
Well, Cube used to be 25p for a vodka Red Bull.
Cocoa.
That is
Yeah.
illegal.
You used to get 2 quad pods for
has
2
to
quid.
be
So it was.
You
it
can't have
was the
a vodka Red Bull
vodka
and-
liqueur, so it was 17%. But
Red
you'd get
Square
a
it
quad
was.
vod for a quid.
Slightly more than a Freddo. Come on, what are we doing?
And do you know the the plastic jugs you can get orange juice in your house? They used to sell them in that. So you'd just be stood there with like 2.
Like a full-on carton. Like,
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And it would be unbelievable. You could get fucked for the £5. Like, fuck. And back when taxis were reasonable, you could get home for 8 quid and you could get a scan. You'd be done for 20 quid.
A couple of times I walked home from town because I had decided that instead of having an 8 quid taxi home, I wanted 8 more quad vods.
And then that cuts the,
And we just end up at home and not know
the
what.
walk time in half. Just walking, heart pounding. Fucking hell, I'm doing this quick.
Was it Paul Smith who left us once? And then we met him halfway in the taxi. Remember that? Paul Smith walked home, lived near us. We stayed out for 2 more hours. And on the way home, he was still doing the walk.
Yeah.
And we put him in the taxi. It took him 2 hours to do 2.5 miles, if that.
He was just tottering.
He was,
Bingoed.
yeah. Oh, sick.
I was thinking that the other day. Paul's knocking out clips all the time. And sometimes you see this like hugely famous, hugely popular, yoked fucking teeth. Like, the original Paul Smith. Do you remember like Generation 1?
Yeah. It's a different person.
It's mental. You're like, I remember you. He dressed.
Like that?
He dressed like that.
Yeah, used to wear that on stage.
He fucking gigged in
With
that
a black
stuff.
jacket. The night before I went to Japan, him and Paul went out. And me and Paul fell asleep together, like cuddling on the steps of the Mayflower.
I can get you a picture of that to put in here.
My God.
And probably videos of Carl telling me to fuck off and stop filming because I thought it was dead funny.
Yeah, it was like 10:30.
That was the time we walked into the Mayflower and the fella come over and asked Paul what he wanted and he said page 3. He just wanted everything on
He's
page
ringing a
3.
page. And then we got given it in takeaway bags and fell asleep.
Going out with Paul's different though now, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's like one of the most famous people in the UK.
And he's too nice to be that famous almost. Like you have to have a bit of could you leave me alone? And he hasn't got it.
No.
Like he's too nice and when he's pissed, he's
Do you
everyone's
reckon you've
mate.
got that?
Don't know.
I don't reckon I've got it as much as I want to have it.
I got a little bit of it.
I'm
think
just
there's a
conscious.
time
I'm
when-
conscious of everyone's first interaction with you is their impression forever.
Yeah.
So if someone comes over and is like, "Oh, lad, I listen to the podcast. Can I get a picture?" And I'm like, "Oh, lad, I've already done 30 of these tonight. Can you leave us alone?"
No, I'd never say that.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd
say
never
that.
do that. Like,
But there was a lad after Newcastle and he was chatting away and they'd found us where we were having a drink. And I was like, being dead sound, we're talking. And I went, cool, great, nice to meet you. I'm going to get on. I literally said those words, as in, this has been sound, but I've got my mates here. And I turned and he went, oh, and another thing. And then you're like, then I need a bit of fuck you.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, mate,
The best way to end it is anyway, lad, you have a good night, good speaking to you.
Yeah.
And 99% of people go, yeah, fucking course.
yeah, but if they don't pick up that,
Yeah, but like...
I don't, like, it's not a bad thing that he's, like, Paul bumped into my sister after I did the Philharmonic at the end of my tour. And she was like, it was like he was a new comic. She went, oh, hello, I'm Dan's sister. And he went, oh, God. It was like, oh, we all fucking looked up to him. And he's a fucking legend. And he was going on so much that Binti had to go, all right, Paul, come on. And she was like, considering how famous he is and how, like, his career's fucking gone so much further than mine, he's still got that, like, he's just got such a genuine, like, heart, hasn't he?
Yeah. Because he knows where he came from. And he's always said it could go away tomorrow. That's why he's enjoying it today. That's why he's got a fucking white Rolls Royce and shit.
What? Yeah, but that makes. I always think that's a bit counterintuitive. That it could be gone tomorrow, and that's why I've got the
his
Lamborghini.
attitude. So I've spoke to Paul about it because I got in his when he had an orange Lamborghini, which is a sentence. When he had an orange Lamborghini, he gave me a lift in it, and I went, "Hey, do you not just like worry about like buying shit like this? about like the money and stuff, and he went, no, because if I lose it all, he's like, I'll just be back on the bus, and I've been on the bus, and I was sound on the bus.
I don't know how sound the bus is when you've had an orange Lamborghini in your past.
Yeah, it's the
I
song
couldn't-
by James, isn't it? The
I
hit
could,
song.
yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
a purple one now as well.
What?
He's got a purple Lamborghini now.
Has he?
It's going through the rainbow, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, I reckon if you get to a certain level, you've got to do a lot to put it in the bin.
I'd say this about Paul. He's not gone all reclusive, because that looks like, of all the people that have sort of become massive since I've started, and there's a few of them, a lot of them go, cool, I can't stand people. I'm going to buy a big house and you'll never see me. And like, he still lives his life a bit, doesn't he? Which is great. And I don't fault it. But I know a list of comics who probably don't want to be named, but they've just gone, no, disappeared into a big house in Cheshire and you never see him.
What do you reckon he is in terms of ticket sales in the UK? Top 3?
1 or 2, 3, maybe. Depends who's touring.
I mean, if like, let's say the last 5 years.
Yeah,
So Peter
definitely
Kay's
top 5.
Yeah.
Peter Kay's number 1, no one touches him.
In the last 5 years, really, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, mad.
I think.
Also, what Peter Kay's got that like Paul and maybe even like fucking Mickey Flanagan or something doesn't have is like, it feels like this is the last time to ever see him.
Yeah.
It feels like he's saying goodbye, doesn't it? Like he's going, I'm defo done after this. I took a big long break. I'm coming back for 1 and I'm gone. It's like Oasis in a way. It's the comedy equivalent of Oasis. Like, I'm back, but this is it. That's it. Whereas like Paul tours every year, and I think the fact he tours every year and sells as much as he is,
And he's growing.
Stupid.
I think pound for pound, he's actually number 1. If you consider that, if you consider the fact that the people going to see him know that they're also going to get the chance to see him next year.
He's still go.
Yeah, it's absurd. Like 850,000 tickets.
It's
So
colossal numbers.
So stupid.
Over a lot of dates as well. A lot of guys don't want to do that many dates. John Bishop must be putting up some numbers. Flanagan, Bridges, they're the biggest names.
Jimmy Carr, surely.
Jimmy, yeah. Jimmy's only just gone up to the bigger rooms, hasn't he? Is he doing arenas now? Because he never
No.
did for a while.
No.
No.
He
I think he does some arenas on the tour, but most of it's theatres.
No,
Well,
he
Mumford
does
does
the
an arena
arenas
in the-
that are in towns where there's no big theatre.
Right.
So he'll do Sunderland Arena because there's no big Sunderland theatre. He'll do Swansea Arena because there's no big Swansea
But
theatre.
it's not a 20,000 arena, is it?
No, and he's
Yeah.
not like in the cities where they are. Like Jimmy can sell a lot of tickets, obviously, but like he is not remotely shifting as many tickets as
Also,
Paul.
we have Americans coming over and selling arenas. Like,
Kevin Hart.
there's no British comics going over there and selling arenas. There's a whole other market of tickets via
anyone-
podcasting, really.
Has anyone done that?
What?
McIntyre's done Radio City for like 3 or 4 nights in a row, but I don't think he's done MSG. I don't think anyone's gone on and done
Has
MSG.
any British comic
Just
ever?
Gervais, isn't it?
Gervais.
Oh, yeah.
Gervais will do
So
bits.
that's a
No, but he
different thing, innit?
does the Hollywood Bowl, but he does Radio City in New York. He doesn't do MSG.
Does he?
Yeah.
Also, Tim Dillon just gave you a shout out on Ari Shafir's podcast.
Well, Ari did.
So
to be fair.
Ari did,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
and then
then
sorry.
went,
So
yeah.
Tim
But
Dillon was
Tim
on.
backed it up, yeah.
Ari, Tim was like, I'd love to go on that show,
Which was cool as fuck, by
which
the way.
was cool. It's great. He can't wait to be on the Adam Rowe podcast. And
gotta start
he
it at some
nearly
point.
said it as well, mate. You've already got it. Tim Dillon was like, they don't have any famous comics, and you're like, fuck me. That's such an American way of looking at it, isn't it? They haven't had anyone break over here, so they're completely unaware of how big Flanagan is or Bridges. They basically only know Jack Whitehall, and I don't think I
Not for
wouldn't.
stand up either, really.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was like
Surely-
because of his acting.
Surely they know
They
Jimmy.
know Gervais.
Sure, they know Jimmy.
They know
I've
Jimmy.
spoke to-
They don't-
Acaster's getting there, and he over there.
but
I spoke
again,
to
it's
Gillis about
tiered-
this though,
tiered down,
and Gillis
isn't it?
was like, "It bothers me that you can be big there." He's like, because it's a market. The UK is a market in the same way
New York
Texas
or
is.
Texas, yeah.
Like, if you're big in the UK, that's like saying, "Oh, I can sell tickets in Texas, but nowhere else." And he is, in a way, right.
Well, if you're big in
But
the UK, you can do internationals, can't you? You can do Australia.
Yeah, but you can also sell a lot more tickets in the UK than you could sell in one state.
Yeah.
Like a lot more. But yeah, it's
Isn't he trying to talk you into going to America?
huh?
Isn't he trying to talk you into moving to America?
He has a couple of times I've seen him. He's just like,
Smash his head in.
why would you not? And I mean, I understand the logic behind it. It's I tell you what's really nice though. I don't know whether I mean you will remember this, but when we first started the pod, and certainly once Carl come on board and we started getting guests in, I said I wanted us to be the podcast that Americans felt like they just had to do when they were in the UK. And I think we've absolutely done that.
We're the only one.
Yeah.
With Ali Shafir saying after the day, it was like, oh, the fact that I know it was you, but the fact that you're in his head to say that means we've got to be.
Well,
Yeah, he mentioned Finn Taylor as well, and basically said Adam and Finn are the new blood. They
weren't talking about podcasts, were they? They were talking about comics. So they were like, Adam and Finn are the new comics. And then Tim went, oh, I want to go and do their show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he knows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've spoken to him. I've texted him a couple of times about doing it. It's
also we
are hurt a little bit. Sorry, we are hurt a little bit with Liverpool. Where we are. Like Liverpool is great for us, and obviously we love being here. But if this podcast was at some point based in Manchester, not that any of us are angling for that, we would get more big internationals on.
One Sutton in Manchester.
And same. I mean, it's never going to be in London, but Jordan Jensen, who I rate, is coming over, but she's only doing London. So it's hard to get her up to Liverpool. I think she'd smash on this podcast. But we have to find a niche as a podcast, because we are not when people go biggest podcast in comedy, you're like, I mean, we all know like Off Menu's fucking colossal. We're up there. We're doing incredibly. But our niche is comics. And you're basically a comic. And like literally, Sam Talent said the same thing. Because he's used to doing comedy podcasts where the producers are just doing the job of production. And in the break, Sam Talent went, fucking, you're so funny as well. It's like, yeah, because you're not a stand-up, but you are a comedian. You're a podcast comedian. And we have to find our niche, which is comics go, holy shit, this is the funniest podcast to come on. These guys are lightning quick, funny, and they give a shit about stand-up. And so we might not be the biggest 2 or 3, like Rosie and Chris are fucking huge. Off Menu's massive. There's other huge podcasts that are doing numbers. They can have De Niro.
We've definitely got different
audiences. Because I want Tim Dillon.
Yeah. We've also got different audiences to Off Menu.
So you're telling me if De Niro gets in touch, we say no?
It'd be a poo guest.
Has anyone? You watched it?
Yeah, I listened to it.
I just want to meet Robert De Niro.
No.
I want Robert De Niro to sit on a couch that I own.
But it'd be a bad
I can take him to ours if you want.
Be a bad episode.
It's so funny.
It would be bad having to do a 5-minute apology for De Niro at the next episode, wouldn't it?
Leave Robert De Niro alone.
You know, we're trying to get some fucking Hollywood megastars on.
Who'd be a good...
You slag him off, and that's the end of Al Pacino. I'm just saying.
Who'd be a good Hollywood megastar on the podcast then?
Matthew McConaughey.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's a bit mental, though. So it's whether you're going to get good mental...
You ever talk about him like that?
He is batshit. Let's be honest.
What way?
Just watch
Sam
him.
Fender all over again.
Just watch him. Watch him in interviews.
He can headline Sheffield Park, mate.
I think you could get a bad day with old Matty McConaughey. I think he's.
Yeah,
do you not know what I mean?
I reckon me and him are on such a similar vibe, though.
Yeah. He'd know it.
He'd sit down and be like,
All right.
yeah. He'd be like, oh, yeah.
Like Brad Pitt would be poo, wouldn't he? Like, I love him. He's my favourite actor.
No, Brad Pitt would be like, Tom Cruise would be a knobhead. Again,
but
Tom, if you're watching, we'll have you.
Also, it would be. You know when we have a gay guest on, and it's in my head. I'm like,
gay.
how? What?
Tom Cruise isn't gay.
I didn't say he was. When we have a gay guest
People
on,
think he is,
in my
though.
head, I'm
We
like,
go straight to gay.
yeah, I'm like, I have this little internal clock, and I'm like, till someone, Carl, mentions bumming, and it's mate, it goes to bumming real quick. Tom Cruise comes on, and Scientology is within 90 seconds. We're being dicks about Scientology. Like, do you not think he's such a gimp about
Did you
that?
get bummed by any Scientologists, Tom?
He definitely has, by the way. John Travolta's a Scientologist.
It'd be shit. All the bold ones would be shit.
John Travolta wasn't a Scientologist. He was a Mormon, wasn't he?
No,
He's a Scientologist.
He is one of the biggest.
And an alleged gay.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Just throwing accusations out there into
Don't
the
let
wild,
him-
Harry.
Not alleged as in like it's a bad thing, but just like Scientology doesn't want people knowing that.
hasn't he got an airstrip next to his house?
Yeah, he's flies, doesn't he?
Like he's got a jumbo jet parked out the back, like where I would keep a.
Jumbo jet parked.
up his ass.
That's what I meant. It was all euphemism.
He was in
Timmy
Hairspray.
Chalamet be good.
Yeah.
He seems cool.
Yeah.
I really like
I want to be
Really?
mates with him. I think me and him would be
cool
mates
as
as well.
Yeah,
He's
Sam
class.
Rockwell as well. I think it'd be good.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going down the sort of the list now.
Off Menu had Goldblum on, and he was fucking value for money. He was incredible.
Oh, Jurassic Park, mate. That's what I'd say.
You wouldn't get a word in. He just fucking goes.
Does he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Class.
Who else are the big boys or the big girls?
DiCaprio?
Awful.
Really?
Yeah, he's a bad interview. He
He's
is.
joking.
He's
He's
a
tell us
bad
all the
int-
pussy you get, Leo, lad.
Tom Hanks.
No, he's horrible. We're having him in here.
No, he's not.
I'm Villa fan.
I want him to be my dad.
He's a Villa fan.
We've talked about Miriam Margolyes, haven't we? She's
Yeah.
not Hollywood royalty so much, but she's...
Well, here we go. We'll put it out to our listeners, right? We've never, ever done a podcast record outside this studio because we love what this studio gives us in terms of vibe and sort of energy and how it looks and stuff. We've been told if we want Miriam Margolyes, we can have her if we go to her house. She'll only do it in her house.
And everyone's been crying out for pension of lesbians. So let's make it happen.
She would be fucking fire. Though.
You know
love
her
it.
house was used to smuggle drugs into the country. Her house was used to
Yeah, she
smuggle-
wasn't living it at the time.
Yeah,
was
she wasn't living in it at the
yeah,
time,
you-
but, like-
you've buried the lead there a little bit. She had a house that she owned.
And she didn't know it was being used by like Pablo.
Where's she based?
Sounds a bit like David Jason to me. What are you saying?
David Jason, anyone?
David
We
Jason
can get
smuggled
David
drugs
Jason as
to
well, but
Pablo's
we've got to
car.
go to his house in our pants. So,
But he won't be
is
in.
it worth it?
But other paedophiles will be.
Whoa.
I mean, sorry.
She called herself an old dyke on Good Morning Britain, didn't she?
She's the first person on the BBC to say cunt.
She'd be fire.
I love her.
That they know of. Some people might have been whispering it.
Cameraman.
If we went to LA for a week, 2 weeks, and we set up a little studio,
Samuel L.
We could
Jackson.
go for a month, but the kids need bathing, don't they, Don?
Samuel L. Jackson, come on. He loves Blackpool as
you
well.
can go for a month. You can have Samuel L. Jackson as a guest
loves
co-host, which, by the
Blackpool.
way, will be fire.
He loves Blackpool.
He loves Liverpool.
Yeah.
What about Ryan Reynolds, Carl?
I'd rather.
Does he love all pools? He loves Hartlepool.
Shove a pineapple up my ass.
Well known fact, Samuel L. Jackson.
No, he does love Blackpool. I don't know why.
And he does love Liverpool from when he filmed
visits
51st
Blackpool.
State.
Right.
By the way, I watched 51st State again for the first time in years the other day. What a fucking film that is, mate. It's
Sinbad.
Again for the first time. What? You watched it again?
one of my favourite films ever.
Right.
Icky, I'm in a hurry. It's class.
Does he do a good job of the... Is it Robert Carlyle being Scouse?
He does a decent job, but
Right.
does a cut. He's more convincing Scouser in Cracker. You know the episode of Cracker where he plays the terrorist?
With Hagrid.
Yeah. L-I-V-E-R-P, double
That
O-L,
one.
Liverpool left.
So he's more of a convincing Scouser, I think, in that one than in 50. Because there's just the thing with the Scouse accent is there's just a couple of words that give you it away. So when he says motor,
It's the letter O.
you go, whoa,
The
it's
letter
motor.
O, it's impossible.
Liverpool.
We're going over there.
He
No.
does a good John Lennon in Yesterday.
Does he?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
But it's one of the weirdest things
creepiest
ever.
fucking scene.
Yeah, it was creepy.
It's
But
unnecessary.
his
Hello,
voice
John.
is good.
Hello.
On the beach. It's on the beach.
It's in his house.
That film needs to fuck off, you know.
I watched that in my last night in Japan on a spinning bed in a sex hotel.
Is yesterday the one where he wakes up and he's the only one who can remember it? It's Robert Carlyle in that.
It's John Lennon.
John Lennon, mate. Hello.
I didn't know the Beatles
You
were
know
in
that
it.
creepy
Thought that was
bit
all
at the
fun.
end that doesn't fucking tie anything off at all.
And then four of
Also,
them-
the fact that 4 other people know
We
that
know
the
you're not
Beatles,
the
I
Beatles.
hate it.
It was such a good premise, that film. And they
No,
they
it wasn't.
fumbled
It-
No, it started all right, but then
it
wandered
started-
off.
Yeah. There was some... It needed a rewrite.
Be funny if he wrote the songs. I'm like, these are shite, mate. That'd have been a good film. Just end it. 20 minutes.
That's a different film, isn't it? We're doing film club here. Inside Llewellyn Davis
coming back.
is a guy who's mega talented and he's like unbelievable, stops everyone on his tracks. And just as he's getting somewhere, Bob Dylan just comes and goes, fuck off. So it's like, you can be as talented as you want. There's always someone that's going to come
There's
and be
always
better
Bob
than you.
Dylan
There's always
waiting in the wings.
What women are there?
Who's the one that's
Hollywood
won all the
women.
Oscars?
Margot Robbie.
Meryl
she'd be good.
Streep.
She seems
Meryl
cool.
Streep.
We're getting Meryl Streep on the couch, are we? What are we talking about with Meryl Streep?
She's in Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we all dislike. So that's
I
a
hate
strong
that
start.
film.
And she played Thatcher.
Jennifer
Which we all
Lawrence
dislike.
would be class.
She'd be cool as fuck.
Yeah, for professional reasons.
Yeah, she'd be great. Scarlett Johansson, would she be good?
She's great on SNL.
Florence Pugh would be good.
She's got to... Scarlett Johansson
But
has
we've
got
had
to be
comics
sound.
on the couch that have frozen. We've had that.
Elsa.
It's all about their interviews. You can do script all you want. It's all about their interviews.
Listen, if you're married to a comedian, you go on SNL, you're a good shit, You've got fucking Michael Che doing jokes about your pussy, and then you're going on doing a sketch where your husband writes an apology about the jokes about your pussy, and she's got to be sound.
I'm not saying she's not sound.
I think Scarlett Johansson
She
is
could
great.
do this podcast and headline
okay.
Sefton Park.
Yeah, she could.
Have you seen Sydney Sweeney selling her bathwater in soap?
Oh my God.
5,000 baht.
Who's Sydney Sweeney again?
Whoever sat in the press, not the press conference, what is it?
Is he going to say she's a dog like Maya Jama?
What do you mean? Who's Sydney
He
Sweeney?
said she's average, didn't he? He's already done this before. He was like, oh, see 10 of her on a night out.
What do you mean? You know who Sydney Sweeney is?
Yeah, she's all right. Just the one that looks like Sid the Sloth.
Well, it's like one of the most
one-
objectively beautiful people like
That's ever lived.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Woo!
Have you picked a
Watch
bad
out.
picture?
Strong 7.2. What are you on about?
On the Richter scale, mate.
She's stoned.
Have you seen her tits?
Oh, look,
Have you seen her tits?
She's outrageous. Anyway,
the last dandelion of the season.
Dr.
Uncle Fungus?
Is it Squatch? Dr. Squatch.
Marshall? Bernie?
are selling 5,000
They do this every year.
bars of soap with their bathwater in it.
Oh, wow. Well, sign me up for some of
Marketing
them.
genius.
Also, great tits, Sydney. Woo! 8.3. You get 1.1 for your tits. Also, I don't use bars of soap. I think they should be made illegal. They're retarded.
You would. That's disgusting.
Sorry. I've
You
had a
would
bit.
do if there was a fucking fit bitch's water in them.
What if they've been in them? They might be the best things I've ever seen.
I think they're all too
I've
far.
seen Rush Hour 2 and I prefer them.
I think she's
I
been...
prefer Rush Hour 3 as well. I think that's even better. So
Oh, she's got a lovely pair of tits, but they're no Rush Hour 3.
right
know
now
what I mean?
she's like top 2, and she's not 2.
I think
she's
she's a load of
woman.
shite. Talking about tits, I'm not allowed to go to strippers, but what? That's not on the cards, is it?
No, I want to go to the strippers.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell
You
Laura.
told me this before, months ago.
Yeah.
I didn't bring it up, but like you were like, we can't do strippers.
No, hang on. I can't. Like, I'm not going to stop you going to. Like, you
But-
know that. You know, I wouldn't be like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, I half don't want to go to the strippers round here though.
Why?
Can't be arsed with it being like, oh,
Because you went to school with the strippers.
no, I don't know. It feels more exotic when I definitely don't know them. You know what I mean? Like, we've been to strippers in Berlin and fucking Ibiza.
Patreon.
No, I've been in strippers around Europe, yeah, the whole tour. And you're like, these are exotic. I can't be asked with a stripper being from the Swan. You know what I mean? She's getting a taxi home to fucking Netherley.
You want exciting foreign stripper titties?
The strippers in Berlin were great because they were all fucking German or Scottish.
Is there anywhere in the UK that's exotic enough?
We've told you this.
Did you speak to a Scottish stripper in
We've
Berlin?
She's spat in Paul Smith's
Well
mouth.
said
about Phil Walcott.
spoke
God,
about
I'd ask
Fiona.
for her.
I can't be asked with it being like, oh yeah, you might fucking half fella mows your lawn. It'd ruin the immersion.
That euphemism.
Are you saying that to her?
If my half fella mows their lawn, I wouldn't know. Mows their lawn.
Hello,
Have you got a lawn?
No.
You got an old fella.
Then you got nothing to worry about.
But I mean, like, oh yeah, fucking hell, you went to school with that fucking John, didn't you? No. I don't. You've ruined the immersion. You should.
John?
Hello, Carl. Paul says he's on for 5-a-side on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And he sits fucking Rush Hour 2 on these.
I don't want to.
Was it a good one?
I don't want them to know me, or me to possibly know them. I'm
Right.
like, yeah, you went to school, little school together. No, what are you doing?
What are the chances of someone that you went to primary school with being in the strippers tonight?
Higher
Odds
than-
on.
Is it a very dirty primary school? What's going on?
Do they exist?
Touche.
Ofsted.
If we all went to strippers tomorrow, what are you?
Ofsted. You've done very well for everything, but the girls do have the tits out. And honestly, in year 2, that is a problem. You need to look at it. All right. Putting the poll up, that was a mistake. Come on.
If we all went to strippers tomorrow, what are you going to do? Stand outside.
Yeah, like kicking a can, like fucking can't believe
I'll
it.
protest
These
it.
tits are boss. You're like, fucking great. How are we? Like?
Also,
The windows are open. And there's strippers.
also knock off copies of Rush Hour 3. Choose Christ.
No, so like, I'm not gonna go in and like shag a bed. Obviously.
I never said you were. I know that.
But
What if you went in the strippers? Because Laura won't let you. Is the point? If you went in the strippers but didn't pay for the dance, and we blindfolded you,
Right. Right.
what are you doing wrong then?
Can you smell a stripper? That's the question.
She was like, even if you've lost some of your senses, please don't smell a stripper's pussy. And she was like, it'd be better.
Then what if
you
we take the blindfold off and I'm just holding a bag of scampi fries near your face?
Then that'd be fine. Also, don't like scamping.
Like, I'm not getting a dance, but if it's the end of the night and there's nowhere to go, it's funny to go to the strippers, isn't it, and ask them for their real name.
Well, listen, she didn't put the old kibosh on a lot of things, but she brought it up, which
Right.
means it's on her mind. She was like, are Adam and Carl into strippers? I was like, not really asked. We have never been anywhere near strippers in 5 years of doing this. Have we? I'm not being...
Strip club special coming next
We
month.
saw
to
a
Patreon.
sex show.
Oh yeah, we did go.
We watched people have sex.
I was so high that didn't matter.
Yeah.
We
Do
showed,
you know what? Or also, I know people had sex, but I watched 4 Asian men do a dance badly, and that was the best thing I saw live that year.
JLS.
So good.
we showed Nick Helm that
That's only one of
yesterday.
them's Asian.
What's he talking about?
When Dan hits the mushroom high and it was them fellas dancing with the banana on stage.
Oh, I've got no idea.
One of the sex ladies
yeah.
brought up some men, and there was
Oh, yeah.
and the young Asian lads were like, yes.
She had a
I'd like to."
banana in a... you
And
know.
I was looking at Carl, and I was so high that I was having a full on, in my head, I was like, Carl knows exactly what I'm thinking here. And Carl was like, lad. I was like, and Carl was just going, oh, dance.
We watched it yesterday in there. Isn't that funny?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When the last, because it was building to the last one who looked like he just qualified as an accountant in Mumbai. And when he kicked in and he went,
He wasn't doing the voice.
He didn't do that.
No, you couldn't have heard it anyway.
I'm pretty sure. Dancing.
You know what they're like?
Yeah, Dan, what if you went to a male strippers? Would you be pissed off?
Yeah.
Here's a question
Do
for
I
you.
have to suck them off?
No?
Here's a question for you. You don't have to lick any tits in the strippers either.
All right.
Here's a question for you. Would you be asked if she went to like a big Magic Mike cock show?
Not at all.
So then,
Not at all. Bring
she
one
thinking
home.
about
I'm
now?
honestly, I'm worried. I think I'd be up for anything at this point. I've gone dead dirty. It's like the floodgates have opened.
it's porn addiction, isn't it?
But no, is it?
Yeah, because you're watching too much like fucking
I know.
excess fapping.
Serica went
Yeah.
to strippers with their mates and they got a joint dance and all they did was compliment the woman's like body and clothes. Like, oh, I love them. Where are they from on a set? And the woman was getting
Shit
annoyed.
strippers if she's still got clothes on.
Oh, they went
started
to
it.
lady strippers.
That's it's called a
suppose, yeah.
strip, isn't it?
I don't know, man. I'd not be asked if she
No,
went to
it's a-
strippers.
yeah.
And
What's she
therefore
worried
I-
about that the stripper's going to fall in love with you and fuck you on the spot?
They do, though, don't they? That's the problem. That's why a lot of overweight 44-year-olds, got to be careful when you go to strippers. I'm just going to stop the dance there. I'm going to have to stop this for... I've caught feelings.
Like, imagine
Honestly. Have you got
You turn
psoriasis?
round and
Have you
show your
got-
top.
Are you wearing psoriasis cream on your elbows? God, that does it for me every time. You've got a ring. 2 kids. Oh, amazing.
Now imagine if
Right, I'm going to
someone
have
had
to
go,
stop there
I'm a
because...
£10 Patreon or something. I just think of poo.
Well, listen, I will entertain myself.
Can I have a wank?
Oh my God. I just watched Rush Hour 3 and crack one out. But if you go in, that's fine. He can't go in as strippers.
Why? He's
Have
of
a
age.
look at
I've
him.
never been in the strippers before. I've never
Oh,
been on
to
a
go to
stag do.
strippers with Addy.
Have you never been on a stag
This
do?
is I pop in my cherry, and then we can go to strippers
It's
and
only
pop
my
cherry.
second. It's only my second
We've
stag
got,
do.
and it was like last week.
It's my 37th.
Strippers or stag do.
Both.
You've got to take. We could take Harry to strippers. Come on.
All right. Laura will understand.
Just don't tell her.
Lie to your wife. Then.
Why would Laura be fuming that I went to strippers?
No, Carl's cracked it. I'll just lie to her. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll just start fucking everyone. Brilliant.
Whoa!
Don't worry, love. It's a secret. You don't even know about it. Oh, shit, I told you.
Yeah, love. Just doing a big secret fuck behind your back. Yeah. No,
Where
don't-
am I? Well, that's a secret. But also, the kids have got another brother. All right, bye.
All right. What happens if you're in the club tomorrow? The club.
Someone gets the tits out.
And a lady starts going and starts dancing mad on you.
What? Do. She's Indian. She's just qualified as an
There's
accountant.
five girls now like, oh yeah, we're loving the vibe here, boys, and they start like doing all the thing. Are you gonna have to get off?
If they get their tits out, have you got to leave? If a girl gets her tits out in Pop World tomorrow, have you got to get off? Or will your wife be upset?
No, I'm the victim then. It was rogue tits.
Well, what if we get the strip club to put the word Pop World outside and we're like, no, Dan, this is Pop World.
Does that happen a lot in pop world? Girls come up to mainly married men and get the tits out.
In
Although
the Pop World you're going to, yes.
got about 24 flirtinis on the table.
Pop World, yeah, that happens every night.
Oh, hang on, we've ended up in X in the City here.
I'm not going to that one. No offense if you work there, but
Carl's getting a £300 taxi to Birmingham to go to strippers.
Exotic.
All right, Carl.
Like we went in Brighton, it was Boss.
Yeah, that did sound fun, but I wasn't there.
I'm not there
married
for the
to Laura
sex. I'm there for the fucking laughs.
Right. You are there for the tits, though, aren't you?
No,
No one's there.
I don't even look.
I do.
Right.
He looks for me.
I'll let you know. I'll paint them for you.
Right. So if you're not there for the tits, we just go McCoolies again.
Oh, by the way, this just come to my head. Upon moving into the new place, I found a painting in White's
now it's
arsehole.
time for Adam's house update. Out of nowhere.
Oh no, you do need to know this.
Go on.
I found a painting of your wife's arse.
What?
You know the painting I bought of your wife's arse?
I know he doesn't know what you did.
And anyway, I'm going to put it up in the living room.
No, he doesn't know that you bought it off Tom.
Yeah, he did. I did.
Oh, you
yeah,
do?
yeah,
Oh,
I
I
remember.
thought you
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
It's got
Yeah.
above the
It's
fireplace.
really good.
It's the one with the X on.
Yeah. X marks the spot.
That isn't her arsehole, that's her tattoo.
She's got an
Yeah.
X tattoo above her bumhole.
Yeah, because that's where she loves the cum.
Can't go to strippers though. Say that in front of 30,000.
Harry, that noise was class.
Yeah, it looks great above
Kim
his fireplace.
Kardashian every time. What?
Looks great above his fireplace.
You're very welcome. I really, you know. Again,
When you come around for the housewarming,
This is-
like,
do you know what I mean?
You're an asshole.
Well, this is why I should be allowed to go to strippers. I'm fine with you looking at my wife's arsehole.
Yeah, what if we painted you some tits? Would you mind then?
She'd be fuming.
I'll paint to be some tits. Right, that's it.
And she'd know.
Might as well be in a strip club.
And she'd know as well, because I'd have paint all over my face. Don't motorboat the artwork. Fuck.
Have you ever played Grand Theft Auto?
You haven't even let it try.
No, I'm not allowed.
Would you be allowed to go to strippers on that?
By the way, we're making out Laura's a dead controlling thunder cunt, and that's only partly true. She's.
By the way, not
You are. I get it.
It's
also, she knows I'm a big porn addict. Like, she knows. You know what I mean? She knows I'd be like,
it's
like,
quite common for girls to not want their boys to go to
yeah,
strippers.
it's sound.
not
I'm
saying it's odd.
genuinely not bitching. She's allowed to make that call. I would say this: she can have cock and ball slapped all over her face anytime she wants.
Really? Slapped?
No.
Cock
I
on cheek.
couldn't give
If she gets cocked,
a fuck.
Cock up nostril.
What size of nostril? What's that? And cock?
No, foreskin. So the foreskin goes up a nostril a bit.
What? And she snorts some.
like the little balloon knot bit.
She snorts a foreskin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, at the end of it.
I've had some questions about how the night was going.
What if the stripper slaps a cock across her head and as it's happening she goes, ah, and accidentally it goes in her mouth, so it's a tiny little blowjob.
So he hits her with it. She turns, and then it just sort of the top goes
like-
in.
No, what if she goes, no, don't.
Well, that's sexual assault. So
No, but she's
that's
joking.
Oh, right, she's joking.
She goes,
And that's a fine line to tread, isn't it? No, don't. She's always having a laugh. Cock in your mouth.
So you wouldn't mind if a stripper cock slapped your wife?
Well, listen, she would, first of all, but if she was in
Says
some
that.
game mood and she was like, no, it was great fun, everyone was getting dick slapped in the face, I don't care, man. Do you know, genuinely? No, I'm not going to say that.
Say it.
But I just...
You're
oh,
cocking
man,
at you.
if she wants to suck someone off, go and do it. And then I'd be like, sound. Do you know what I mean? If she actually wants to suck someone off, that'd be the end of us. And I'd be like, sound.
Oh.
right.
Do you know what I mean?
We thought you were
Yeah,
fine
we
with
That's
it.
what
Yeah,
do now,
like,
yeah.
like, if you want to pin your missus down and like, you can't go there and you can't go. Oh, hang on, that's what she's doing to me. That's a complicated.
I thought
complicated
this
argument.
was you inviting her for an open relationship
Yeah.
now.
No,
I thought that's what you were doing.
no, I don't think so. Am I dumb? No.
Maybe we won't go to strippers. Maybe Pop will be too good.
Apparently, everyone gets their tits out in there anyway. Seems sound. I think Laura's going to be in there.
You're gonna be-
Bruises all over her face.
We're going to stand out so much in Popwell, by the way.
You are.
No, it's a
but you
Saturday,
probably
innit?
won't.
I'll
Hey.
blend into fuck.
It's a Saturday.
What does
It's
that
quite
mean?
a young crowd.
No. It's like a gimmicky place on a Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. What time are we going there?
Listen,
10:30.
It's empty. Boss.
last weekend, was it Friday night? When I was
I've
out
got
of town
72
recently.
alcohol pops and a bottle of fucking arches to get through. So
Devil nail
Oh
then.
my God. I walked past Pop World a couple of weekends ago in town and there was some ladies going, and I say that loosely, going in. and there was some real wildlife heading in. My God. Fucking wildebeest, mate.
What was in that bottle of Peroni?
What's going on?
Yeah, my wife can suck people off, and there's some fucking units going into Pop World, mate. Some wildebeest.
Wildlife. Woo, you mean the men, don't you, Don?
You know what I meant, though. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we did, yeah.
For the audio listeners, do I need to wink?
I'm bad from Pop World because I complained that Batman got in and my mate never because he had arm pants on.
Yeah, but what if there was like some crime happening and they needed Batman?
Fair enough.
Right.
Alex couldn't fight crime. That's why he wasn't let in.
Yeah.
He went, no, not tonight, mate. And then he went, what? He went, you got trackies? And he went, I haven't. They're arm pants. No.
They're
material.
arm pants?
The brand on, A-R-N-E.
Oh, I thought you... Oh.
Like a casual smart pant. And as he was...
Wearing your pants on your arms. What? Batman's getting in.
As he turned them away, Batman walked past and went in. I went, fucking Batman just walked in. He went, lad, you're not coming in. I went, lad, Batman has gone in and we can't come in. He went, lad, you're never coming in, you're bad. And he blocked me on Twitter because I tweeted them.
Well, that'll be funny tomorrow night. Imagine if you don't get in.
You should dress as Batman.
I go, yeah. I'd love to dress as Batman. No, I wouldn't. It'll be fun. Let's get it.
Have a break and a bag of quavers.
I'm having another beer. What are we like today? Don't touch me. Touch me.
Silly boy.
Oh, I tell you what, if you're enjoying today's episode, which you should be, you should like and subscribe on any format that you're on.
And comment.
Oh, yeah. Comment. Oh, God, Carl and Dan really do have chemistry.
Yes. Like, sub, comment, give us a 5-star rating, do everything. Because if you like us, you want us to do well, and you've got to feed the algorithm. Feed it likes.
We want to be podcasters and comedians and knobheads, but we have to play the game a little bit. So do like and subscribe, give a little comment, all of that.
Because I don't do this. When I watch a YouTube video and you go, like and subscribe, I never do it, but I should. I'm a bad person. You should do it. Please do
You're a
it.
good person.
Just comment something nice, like, hasn't Finn got a lovely head?
Algorithm.
Well, that's the thing now, innit? Finn's got a lovely head. Comment that on every episode if you want. It feeds the algorithm.
This is just meant to be a short one, isn't it? We are back. Harold, you beautiful fucker. What are the people asking? What are the people saying?
We've got some have a words.
Oh, have a words, lad.
I know.
I'll just click on the pre-recorded fucking music for that. Can't hear it, but
Adam and Dan.
this is joyless.
Give us all the problems.
Oh, yeah, put the headphones
Yeah.
on. Oh.
This is how we feel all the time.
Gonna be the whole podcast. I
it's still-
love a bit
it's
of
still going, Dan?
cunnilingus.
This one's from Molly. Wagwaglies, I need to have a word with my other half, Darren. We've had a big row as we both took our lad to his Sunday league game this past weekend. Normally it's just dad and lad, but I came along for once. Darren was stood on the sidelines getting far too loud. And it was
Came on
properly-
for once, she played.
I think she plays as left back, yeah. I came along for once. Darren was stood on the sideline getting far too loud and it was properly embarrassing. With about 5 minutes to go, the other team put a cross in and our son managed to bury it into his own goal to lose the game, which he was upset about. I turned to Darren and he's walked off and went and waited in the car. I was completely silent the entire drive home. Have a word with him for taking 9-year-olds football so seriously and being such a cock, or maybe let me know if I just don't get it.
You don't get it.
If you're not seeing adolescents, you know what's next?
What's next?
What? Score an own goal and then kill a woman?
Yeah, he was shit at sports, weren't he?
Yeah, his dad
Yeah.
would look away. Stephen Graham would look
Oh,
away.
sorry, yeah. I knew
Yeah.
there had to be more of a link.
You need to give him some love. We all scored own goals sometimes.
Got to remember that was a work of fiction, though. And kids do need to learn.
Not to score own goals.
Yeah.
What would you do? Your little Vinny just lost a game for, don't know, Adam Rowe FC, which will probably exist.
Have a word, super
Take your
team.
boots off. They're going to charity now. Right? I'll drive home. You're fucking walking.
I'd just take him to something else on the way home, something that he might like. If he shite a foot, he'd just take him to a pottery class or something.
Sorry, on the way home from an own goal, you take him to a pottery class. So this is what you're doing now every Saturday. Be sound.
No, well, you're obviously shite at that, so why don't we try something else?
One own goal. One own goal.
Crying. I don't want to play football. No, you're a potter.
You're obviously shite at that. One bad game.
So I pull him over and I go, right, is your heart even in this? Are you arsed at all?
Jamie
and if he's
Carragher
like,
scored loads of own goals, mate. His heart was in it.
Yeah, well, I'll say to him, do you want to still do this? And he's like, yeah. I go, right, if you ever score an own goal again, that's it.
You're for the Potter's wheel. Not a threat.
But if he's like, oh, I don't know, like I feel like I'm shit at it, I'll go, good, now we're on the same page. Great. So what else can we try? Do you like knitting?
Knitting.
If you score an own goal again, that's that done as well.
Water polo. I'm not coming to any of these. This was me.
A jumper. Shite.
We're done.
Just don't kill any women, but I'm not coming. All right?
When I used to play in goal for Skem United, there was Skem North and Skem South.
Whoa.
And I was big rivalry.
Were you
It was
North
two
or
branches.
South?
I was in Skem North. We used to win the league, but like
Was there a West and East?
We's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
yeah, so I used to get shouted at for sitting on the floor sometimes. Our team was better than everyone, like everyone else. But we had a semi-final in the cup that I didn't play in, and it went 2-2. And just as it got to the end of the game, their goalkeeper got hit in the head, and they had to like air ambulance him out.
They were playing on top of Mo Bama.
So an air ambulance waiting to go.
Harry, were you on the bench?
No, so I didn't. I wasn't there. I think I was on holiday.
Oh, right,
So we
okay.
did a replay the next week. One of the defenders played in goal. So then I played in goal that one. And this defender had a fucking eye for wanting to take my spot in goal as well. It still annoys me. But anyway, I played in goal, and we lost 4-0 in the replay. And it was so much so that there used to be a lad on Skem South called Big George. And he was, I mean, bear in mind, this is like, again, like 10 years old. Like George was big boy. Like he
Big by name, big by nature.
He used to play centre back. And they put him up front. And I remember that he got slid through on goal because he'd never scored. And he started doing that. You know, the kind of fat...
Kevin Nolan.
Kevin Nolan. Before he scored, that's how good he was.
You know, the kind of like fat person
Harry's in
run,
goal.
where like they kind of get their arms involved a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like proper like this.
Not really, but I've liked you doing it.
So I saw him barreling towards goal and I've picked the ball up. But like everyone really wanted George to score. And I've looked over at my dad and my dad was devastated that like I've been...
You've done your fucking job.
No, but I've conceded 4 really soft ones. And one of them, the ball came and I tipped it up in the air and it hit me on the back of the head and went in.
Sorry, your dad was disappointed that you'd let 4 in but not let the special kid score.
No, I hadn't. It was at that
Special, he was just
moment.
fat.
It was at that moment that I had the kind of state of mind to go, I've dropped a clanger here, 4 goals down. And I've looked at my dad for some sort of reassurance that I've done good. And he was just like, he wants to go home. He was the one who pulled me out in the end. Because there was another goalkeeper called Harvey that turned up.
He substituted. He wasn't even the
Big boy
coach.
as well.
There was a goalkeeper called Harvey that turned
my
up.
God.
And I think there was a bit of insider trading. I think he knew Kenny, the manager.
How much did he cost? What was his place?
I don't know. I don't know where he moved from. I wasn't very kind of with it.
Skem
child.
West.
I just kind of like wandered up a little bit. But so there's one. So the time when I scored me 1 goal, that was at the end of my tenure. Do you know what I mean? That was like
10 years you were there.
As a goalkeeper?
as a player. I retired after that because basically they didn't play me in goal the game, or they subbed me off at half
You
time
didn't
for
retire. You got too old.
No, so they subbed me off at half time for one of the defenders.
That's retirement, to be fair.
But we were winning the game, so then they shoved me on it up front, and I scored, and I was dead happy with it. But my dad wasn't happy that I'd been lugged off. Next week I didn't play. They got this new goalkeeper in. Or I played like a little bit. I came on at the end, and then the week after that, I'd got up at 6 a.m. They'd give me the captain's armband, and I didn't play. So I was the captain on the sideline. I was may as well be in the water.
You John Terry.
Yeah, and my dad, but I had my kit and my gloves on, just waiting to come on, thinking I'd come on at half time, and I didn't. And my dad went, "You're never going back there again." And then I've never.
Oh, so he retired you.
He
So he
retired.
was
He broke my
embarrassed.
legs.
He was embarrassed for you and he's never took you back again.
He had a lot
But then
of
you got
pride.
into pottery.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
He
And
should have went
knitting.
to the manager and gone, why isn't fucking Harry in goal? He's the captain.
Yeah, but then you're one of them. Lad.
I was only captain for the one game, to be fair.
Yeah. You put the captain on the bench. Is that even allowed?
He let 4
I
goals
think they
in.
had two. I think they had 2 bands on. To be fair, I don't think I noticed. Again, I was very vacant as a child.
I think you were a fucking idiot, weren't you? I think they were like, you're the captain, Harry. Yeah, no, stand there, son.
I brought on
And
the
you're the
oranges at
water
half
boy,
time.
and you're the mascot.
I am
and
the
you're
captain.
manager.
He's like, my dad's always been like, so I got into a fight in school, and when I had the fight, the only thing my dad asked me was if I cried, because if I had done, he would have disowned me as a.
That's Adam.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
You want your son to be fighting back, not crying.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like make him feel bad if he did. The actual truth with this thing is what I was saying. Like, if he's shite at football, be arsed going and watching that every week. Do you know what I mean? You
What
want
if
to
he
find the
loves it,
thing he's
though?
good at.
Yeah,
What?
but what if he loves it and he's shit?
I made one good save, and my dad still goes on about it.
What if it's Project Mbappe? You've got to save your time. He's not going to be good straight away.
No, but he's got to. If he's showing a complete ineptitude for it, I'm going to pull him to one side and be like, no one's going to have a happy life doing something they're shit at for years. So I'll pull him to one side and be like, look, not everyone's good at footy, but there is yoga. There's
Yoga?
There's fucking rock climbing. There's, Pilates. There's loads of stuff we can get you involved in. There's still
Every
physical.
young Scouse lad does a bit of Pilates.
Professional yoga?
As a goalkeeper, it's a bit different as well. Like, because I could have been like Project Pantilimon. Like, I could have been like, you're going to get and sit on the bench
Harry,
forever.
when you're a kid, the goalkeeper is just the worst player.
I was good in goal, though.
No, but you were the worst outfield.
Yeah.
I mean, upcoming, you'll see. Was he?
You're either the worst goalkeeper or the tallest player. They're the only two things.
I was a little bit tall as well. They made me do long jump and triple jump at the regional athletics.
Yeah.
I got disqualified in all of my attempts because I ran onto the sand.
Was that coincidentally
But
the same day there was a big football game? No, you're doing the athletics today, Harry.
We
We'd
did
love to
regional
have you in
school.
goal, mate, but you've got to go and compete in the long jump qualifiers.
We did Lancashire athletics, but obviously our school only had there was only 10 people in the year. So I got picked to do long jump, triple jump, and the 1600 meters.
1600 metres?
That's
an
specific.
invented length.
Yeah, 1600 meters.
1500 is the-
1500.
Well,
No, it's not 1600.
within an extra 100
It
meters.
isn't. It's
No, it's
1500
1500.
metres.
Well, I
This is the length of the race.
On my life, I did the 1600 meters.
Keep running, Harry.
Why is it? It goes 400, 800 though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it is
Yeah, and then it's 1500.
Yeah.
That's the length of that race.
I think they're both wrong.
Not in Schem, mate.
Shall we Google it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident. Yeah,
So
yeah.
It is.
So there was 6 people running, 6 schools, and I came 4th because one lad threw up. What is it?
It's the 1500
1500.
meters.
Well, it was 1600 meters. One lad threw up, and another lad stepped in his sick after that and freaked out because he'd stepped in his sick and fell over.
So you beat them too.
So I beat them too.
I ran
Fourth is good.
I ran the 100 metres once in 13 and a half seconds, but Martin Greenall was timing it, so Mr. Foggy didn't say it counted and it didn't qualify.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
For what?
Like that, like the regionals.
I was really fat in year 5 and really fat. And we did cross country one day and I came last. And then the next time we did it, I came second to last. And my mum bought me a Mackey's to celebrate.
And then you came last again. I hated that cross country shite.
Yeah.
Go and run around the field? No. And fucking David Ingham would smoke it every time I knew. Do you remember that?
Who?
David Ingham in our year, I don't know why. He used to fucking lap. He used to lap people in that race.
Did they go out into the fields? We had
a school field and we'd do it there.
we went out into the fucking woods.
Yeah, we went out. It was road.
I'm not
running.
joking. At Hutton, it's called Happy Valley.
You all went to mad gaffs, you
We're
know.
just next to the countryside. Honestly,
we went
when
to
they were
a
like, we're doing
sports
cross country today, to Happy Valley, you're like, fuck my life. Also, you're like, how is this teaching? Just go and run for an hour. And then Graham Topping did it in about 11 minutes, the scrawny
David
little fucking
Ingham.
whippet.
David Ingham.
Yeah.
We went to a sports college, so that's why we had all the fucking facilities, didn't we?
Yeah.
These didn't. These went to like fucking. What was your specialty in your school?
What do you mean?
Our school was a specialised sports college, so it had all.
Right, you had a track.
Yeah.
Right, we had a field and a track. But when we did cross country, we didn't just go around
we just
laps and
lapped
laps
the
and laps and
field.
laps.
Yeah.
We went into the fucking fields. It was a cunt that day when they were like, we're doing Happy Valley. You're like, oh, your heart sank. And also, there was part of you that were like, if you just can't be arsed, it sort of makes it worse. It makes it longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better to kind of get on with it.
That's how I feel when I do like laps of the park. Like when I can't be arsed, I know it's going to be even worse because I know I'm going to do it slower than I normally would if I was enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Oh God, I've got a very strong imagery of a very large fat ginger child
was it you?
struggling like fuck.
Yeah.
What?
The child did you.
No, I was never a large fat ginger child.
Who are you talking about then?
Just a kid at school who shouldn't have been doing Happy Valley. He was
Chesney.
so fucking big.
Isn't it mad how many kids get called Chesney and then they end up ginger?
It's just a one-off Corrie, innit?
Yeah, and he wasn't.
My mum delivered Chesney's baby
you-
on Corrie.
You know a lot of
God.
Oh God.
Sorry, there's just a side. My mum delivered Chesney's baby on Corrie.
Your mum was in Corrie as a midwife.
Yeah, and delivered Chesney's baby.
I don't know. I don't know.
And that is the God's honest truth. His most recent baby, I think.
He's like a tombola of random shit, isn't he?
Yeah, so when we used to think he was this?
Yeah, Finn
Mate,
topped out though, didn't he?
Makes so much more sense.
What did your school specialise in? What was it like? What was it known for?
Rugby.
So it was sport.
What do you mean?
We would have. That's not normal for the school, you know.
Oh, I thought like because Broughton was IT, wasn't it? I always thought like a school had like we're dead good at this. Like that was the thing they pushed.
On the sign.
Yeah, we were St. Bede's.
Leading, we're dead good at sport. Don't ask us to read or do numbers.
It's not far off that.
Right.
Cardinal Heenan Catholic Sports College.
Right.
But it's a high school.
Yeah. So we were known for rugby,
Yeah.
but it was just as an old grammar school, wasn't it?
We were known for keepy-ups and nutmegs. That's what they were really good at.
We were St. Bede's Arts College, but people kept on writing an F in front of Arts College.
I hope Jack's not an absolute fucking, like sport. and-
He's good at footy.
Oh, mate.
I know.
He's
Do
fine.
you know what we're saying about this is dads who are like uber fucking cunts on the side shouting and getting like aggro with the ref. When it's under 9
lads.
football, chill out. But at the same time, I don't want my kid to be a big fucking.
No, he's got a good touch, and he sounds like a Sunderland player as well.
by now if he's shit.
Doesn't he sound like a Sunderland
Yeah.
player?
There's no when you're about 5, you know if you can do sport or not.
Jack Nightingale, Chelsea
He's
interested.
smashing it in the Championship. Jack Nightingale.
No, he's never going to be a Premier League
No.
player with a name like that, but he's going to rip up League One.
no.
He's a League One legend, Jack
Yeah.
Nightingale.
He's the Kevin Phillips of today.
I think Brighton have had a look.
But he's got a good
Kevin
touch.
Phillips did well in the Premier League. I will
European
defend
Golden
Kevin
Boot
Phillips'
winner.
honour. It's a big thing as a dad where, listen, he might not be the most athletic or sporty or whatnot. He's just got to be able to hold his own. And that's partly on me, innit? That's why we kick around a
Really
lot.
competitive because we had competitive parents of the football players. As in, like, oh, he's the best. Like, you could tell the parents didn't like them.
What?
Like, we had players and they were the best in the team, and their parents were the pushy, horrible.
No, that wasn't everyone.
I'm not going to be that.
I can
we
think
had
of
that
some of the I could name some of the parents, and some of the kids were still shit.
Yeah, they're just cunts. There's
Yeah.
nothing to do. They're just, do you know what I mean? It's not that the fact their kids are good has made them cunts. They're just dicks. They just are knobheads, aren't they?
One of them's a murderer,
Because there's, you're not telling me every parent of a kid who's talented isn't like, there's some sound
Oh, yeah, of
versions of
course.
that.
Yeah.
What if Jack's brilliant, though, right? And he's playing for a team, and the team are relatively shite, but he's dragging them to this fucking under-11s league title.
Right.
And every week, the same kid is just fucking, like, Jack's got to score 4 every game because this kid's fucking up and letting 3 in.
He's Harry.
Yeah. He's harrying the fuck out of this game.
It's
you
absolutely
think-
what happened as well.
Do you think if they need to win the league title and Jack scored 4 and it was 4-0 at half time and Jack's got injured, but he's at the sideline crying, I just want to win the league, Zaz. And you're like, listen, you're 4-0 up, everything's going to be sound. And then this absolute fucking Harry of a kid just keeps like
Can
playing
we not
back
make this a
passes
thing?
and
It's not
letting
adjective.
people pass them and stuff, right?
Wandering off.
And then in the last minute, he snaps someone in half and gives away a penalty. And it's all on that just to see whether your Jack has Maradonaed his team to the under-11s league title. Do you not think at that point you're going to be like, Harry, you fat cunt? Do you not think that's just going to come out of you?
I think there's some underlying resentment for Harry.
Just building up. The child's not called Harry. Yes, he is.
No, but the kid, but
He's going to be good at graphics, though.
you'd hate the dad, you'd be like, you're fucking stupid, useless cunts, cost us the league. There. See you later. See you.
That war.
Right, so
I'd be
honestly,
tight-lipped
I'm
about
not
it,
going to be
but
the aggro guy. I'm not going to be the aggro guy, but I don't want to be the dad of that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not ruining anyone's fucking
Come on,
weekend
son.
by being a fucking shouty, horrible cunt on the sideline.
Well, see,
But
you don't
I
want to be a dad
wanna
of that
be
guy.
dad.
So in the car, if he's doing that every week 6 or 7, you're going to be like, listen, kid, you're being a Harry. And no one wants to be a Harry.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go do some applique.
We need to listen to a podcast. We need to get the context of that first, mate. But you're being a Harry.
If I can see the other dads going, like, if Jack's like,
Oh yeah.
and all the dads are like, what the like, even they're not even being dicks about it. They're just like, good God.
No, that debrief after a match in a
Oh.
car was class. We were just like, he's fucking shit.
Yeah.
Even I reckon I was like 11 years
No,
old.
but if
and
you
getting
were
in
the
car
shit kid,
I
what do you think
wasn't.
your dad would have done?
My dad didn't come to the matches.
So what do you think your mum would have done?
I don't know. I wasn't the shit kid.
No, I know.
But like,
imagine.
your parents.
I can't. It's too good.
What would your mum do if you were poor football?
She wouldn't have been asked. She wouldn't have been asked.
She'd have let you go every week and looked at the faces of every other parent and been like,
Can't stop them if they want to play football. You can't.
I played football for years.
I think
sit a
she'd have
kid
moved me
down
to a
and be
worse
like,
team.
You crap.
I think she'd have suggested I'd gone to a worse team. Because
"Oh,
there were shit teams where every single player was shit.
Yeah, you were
And ones with the
selling
goggles.
8,000 tickets in real, weren't you?
Like, if you see a dad doing like this, like you'd be like, oh no, don't do that. That's my boy. 'Cause
I'd
then
want
you'd
to
be like,
protect my kid.
yeah,
By the way,
that's like my
all
boy,
of this
wouldn't
is because I want to protect my kid.
Yeah.
I don't want them causing that. It's not embarrassing for me. It's because eventually at school, kids are cunts and they're going to be like, hey, Vinny, you're shite. He's going to be like, I'm not shite. Like, we've all taught you shite. My dad thinks you're shite.
Hang on, at school it's going to happen anyway, though, isn't it?
No.
No, you
if you
wouldn't
take
play
him out of
football.
it and get him into pottery or knitting or something.
Lads, you're heavy a pottery, my dad said.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, you
Your
went
dad
to
says
this
thanks for the
high
bars.
school. We're a pottery specialist. Oh, chap.
My ma said, thanks for that TV unit, you little carpenter.
I think the instant like wanting to protect of like, oh, don't do that fucking face at my lad, even if he's shit.
Yeah.
I'd be like, don't do that.
I just got to get him out.
face.
It's to protect
That-
the kid
that would
and
get
to
up
make
my
sure I
nose.
don't go to prison. Because if other parents are looking at my kid going, he's shite, I'd be like, listen, you little
Also,
fucking...
I know he's going to be sound because he wants to play football. We have a kick around
He's got a good touch.
every night.
Telling you.
He's fine.
You can
He's
tell with the
going to
kid.
be fine.
He's going to
you
need
can
to work on his pace, though. He's quite slow at the
Yeah, he is. Because his legs are small. But I've speak to him about that. I was like, grow your fucking legs, lad.
Yeah.
Come on. What
He's not fast enough and he doesn't kick it out
Do you want
enough.
to be a potter? Grow up.
Stoke player. One of the dads had a word.
Stoke or not?
Oh, God, I want a pint of Guinness so
There was a
much.
dad that had a word with me in front of my dad, but like because I kept on leaning on the post. But it was like I was one of those goalkeepers that wasn't allowed to take the goal kicks, so I'd get bored of like not playing.
can't.
And our
Harry.
team was great
Are you
as well.
trying to get a grant or something?
Your our fellas let you down here, by the way. He should have done what
No,
Adam
no,
said.
my dad was is a great dad and had a lot of like pride in, but like it's one of those ones where because the dad said it, the other dad said it nicely to me, but it was like because I just wandered off a little bit. But I think that was like I had epilepsy.
I did a cartwheel Jordan footy once, and Miranda just went, "Never do that ever again." I was like, "Yeah." Like a young age.
Well, like to boast or to like
Now
whilst
when
you
you get
playing.
bored,
Yeah.
and like I haven't had the ball for 10 minutes, and I just did a cartwheel. I'm young. I remember going, "Don't do that on the football pitch."
Oh, mate, if Jack gets really good at football and ends up trying to, like, I don't know, who's the player, like Neymar every fucking play, we're having words. Not that I expect him to be like, who's your hero? Lee
Why would you
Catamol.
stifle
Like,
his creativity?
He's trying to rainbow flick, kid.
Stop doing that. Stop being dead good. Be a bit shite like everyone else. No.
Addy.
My cousin's 5 or 6 and he scored.
Flex.
I went to go watch him play and they played against the team and they beat them like 11-0 and
I've got a
he's
5-year-old cousin.
his second cousin, he's my cousin's lad.
5-year-old cousin.
And he
Not that mad.
and he scored like the 10th goal. It was like his 5th of the game. And he ran off to the corner and took his top off like Messi and held it out with the name facing back. But he had no name on. He just had a number. And to no parents. Yeah, to like just like the car park.
Respect.
And he held it off. And it's still one of the most brazen and most funny things I've
What
ever seen.
celebration you want Jack to do?
I want Jack to
Ben
become a
Johnny,
young
surely.
Roy Keane, just fucking leather everyone and just like grumpily, do your job.
My job.
If you could play any position, where are you putting him? If you could pick that he's a really good player in that position, like a chance of making it.
Would it not be shout out my friend Kev Bland, his son JB, who I've known since he was a kid. He used to go, he's just started playing for the first team at Barnsley.
Oh, sick.
And he was a defensive midfielder. He was in the West Brom Academy, and then he's been signed by Barnsley, and he's made it to the first team. He's played the last 10 games of the season. I'm so chuffed. I only found this out a couple of weeks ago. I'm so fucking chuffed for JB and his dad because of all the times he like drove to training and everything.
Come off.
But he was a defensive midfielder. How cool would that be if your kid ran the whole field like a Beckenbauer or like a, do you know what I mean? I know the thing is like, oh, you want a brilliant striker or everything. I would love Jack to be like a Xavi Alonso and just sit in the middle and ping passes.
Well, they're
That'd
the
be
best players, aren't they?
I'd love to see that.
The best
number
player
10.
plays in centre mid.
I want a number 10 pulling the fucking... I can put on top.
Florian Wirtz, mate.
No, like a number 10, a good one. Not a shit one signed for Liverpool. Like, just in behind. He can score, he can play. He's got a good touch. You know what I mean?
I want to go and see Barnsley, and I want to go and see your mate Powell.
Yeah. Well, he's just signed his new contract at Swindon.
If
It
you
should
don't
be out
know,
by
Harry's
now.
best mate is a professional footballer.
A very good one as well. He was tipped to be. Didn't Klopp tell him he was?
He was going to play first team football.
And then he got badly injured. Yeah.
Harry, if we go and watch Swindon this season and watch Powell play,
What's the Swindon special? There's a big
no,
round.
I just want to go and see him.
Oh, okay.
Will you come and watch JB at Barnsley?
Are they not the same league?
No,
No,
Barnsley.
Barnsley are League One, aren't they?
League One.
Swindon are League Two.
Steve's lady is a Barnsley fan, so there's another little connection on there.
Is she from Tarn?
Yeah.
Barnsley.
She's from Tarn.
Oh, I'm from Barnsley.
I've got some mates
Oh my
from
god, I thought
Barnsley.
she was here.
Barnsley?
That's a fucking
From Tarn? Oh, fucking love a hot woman with a Barnsley accent. Love it.
Steve's got one.
2 beers.
I know, but I'm excited. Do you know what I mean?
Are you staying in Are you in a hotel tonight, Dan? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the Hilton.
Oh, right.
I don't know why.
Oh, fucking Billy Hilton over here. Fucking animal, mate. That's right.
It was the cheapest
Oh,
option.
of course
I'm
it
not
was.
even
No,
messing.
it wasn't.
You've got a suite as well.
It
haven't
was
you?
not the cheapest option.
It wasn't today, but when
Bollocks.
I booked this 4 week, I don't even want to stay in the Hilton.
I'm in the
I want to stay on
Ritz.
the
It's the
Hill
cheapest
Street.
one.
Oh, I'm not even.
I'm in the presidential suite in the Ritz.
I don't even want to do it.
Billy Hilton. Oh, Billy
Oh, I'm in the Hilton. Staying in the Hilton and that. She was one lot.
Hilton. Dad.
She was one lot.
She was one for
Yeah, makes sense. Got a suite.
How much was the fucking Hilton? Billy Hilton.
Don't tell people. People are skinned. Fucking $7,000 or something.
2000 a night. But you know,
Doesn't matter, does it?
watching the
one.
exclusives. You know, I've changed. Still live in the same house, but
How many bedrooms?
9 new bedrooms. We had a massive extension.
No, in the Hilton.
Goes to Mollington.
Hilton.
He's booked the whole hotel.
How many rooms they got? Loads.
No,
Carl.
you.
It's a hotel.
How many have you
Oh,
got?
right. Yeah, I just went with the traditional one.
Not like
Technically
you,
there's
that.
two.
No,
Oh,
we
no,
got
to be
fucking
fair,
2 or
there's a
3.
bathroom, 2
Yeah.
rooms.
I'll book the floor.
One for your luggage, one for you, and one for all your
Oh,
cash.
you mean rooms? But floors.
Got a cash room.
I've got the personal favourite.
This one hotel safe is not big enough. I need 6 rooms for all my cash.
Don't worry about it, love. I don't need a safe. Just give me a fucking another double bed there. Just pile it on it.
And that's my life.
Same knobheads. Still earning more, are we? Look, kings of all we survey. Should we ski down on our money? Wow! You fucking knob. I can't believe you ever posted that.
The fact that I checked it as well. I literally went, this is class.
You'll forget about that soon.
This is skiing down cash, by the way.
Right, can I go to the pub?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go and get your face seen too.
Stag do! Hey,
Love
hey.
you, lids.
If you see me out in that clothes, you didn't.
You did.